friends, welcome back to my channel GS Open Learning. Today we will discuss a new topic, an important topic, and I hope you will find it quite useful to you also. And before we start, I have a small request to you. Please subscribe the channel, like it and share it among your friends and relatives. And hit the bell icon so that all the uploads will reach you as soon as it is uploaded. And friend, a small help from you will be a big source of encouragement, and it will always encourage me to give you more and more new topics. So let's start, my friends. Our topic today for discussion is transitive and intransitive verbs. We know that verb means action and action means works. Every day we do a lot of works, so every day we use a lot of verbs. And here we know that the main verbs are divided into two classes, transitive and intransitive verbs. So what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb? Let us discuss now. First, transitive verbs. So what is transitive verbs? Transitive verbs are those verbs whose verbs require object or objects. Without the object or objects, such verbs are not complete in its meaning. So they must require an object. These are the verbs that transit or transfer their meanings to the word or words that follow them or the object of a sentence. It is a verb that does not convey a complete meaning without the help of its object. It is always dependent on its object to give meaningful change. In other words, its meaning gets transferred on its object and so is called transitive verbs. Transitive verb মানে আমি কি বুজি পালো? Transitive verb মানে হৈছে সেইবোৰ verb যিবোৰ ভাৰ্বৰ অবজেক্ট থাকে। অবজেক্ট অবিহনে এই ভাৰ্ববোৰ কমপ্লিট নহয়। সেন্টেন্স বা মিনিং কমপ্লিট নহয়। সেন্টেন্সটো কমপ্লিট হ'বলৈ হ'লে ভাৰ্বৰ মিনিং কমপ্লিট হ'বলৈ হ'লে ইয়াত অবজেক্ট লাগিবই। Object is must here. Without object we cannot use these verbs. So these are called transitive verbs. As for example, number 1, they called us. Here in the sentence, called is the verb and this is transitive verb because it has an object us. We must use the word us as an object because without this the meaning is not complete. Suppose if we read the sentence like this, they called, then again we have to ask they called whom or what, and then we will get the object as its answer. So in order to complete this sentence we must use the object, otherwise it will not be completed. In the same way, in the second sentence, I forgot his name. Here I is the subject, forgot is the main verb or transitive verb, and his name is the object. And we cannot say just I forgot. Then we must suppose that there is an object, there is something or somebody as an object. In here, his name is the object and we must write it. And if it is not written here, we must suppose that it is within bracket or it is omitted. Anyway, it is necessary. The object is very much essential here for a transitive verb. In the third instance, the sentence is we respect our elders. Who is the subject? Respect is the main verb, that is a transitive verb. Our elders is the object, plural object. So in order to complete the meaning of the verb respect, we must supply the object, our elders. And without this object, our sentence is incomplete. And in the same way, if it is omitted, we must suppose that there is an object here of this sentence. So the meaning of respect is transferred or transmitted to the object, our elders. And for the next one, our fourth example, always speak the truth. Here the object is the truth and the main verb or transitive verb is speak, and it is begin with an adverbial always. So the main verb is speak and the object is the truth. We cannot just say always speak. Then again we have to ask the question, speak what or speak to whom. Then we will get the object as its answer. Here the truth, we have to add the object, the truth, in order to complete the meaning. In this case also, the meaning of the verb speak is done over the object. So the object is called the receiver of the action or sufferer of the action. Action means here the verb, the transitive verb. So the object is the receiver of the meaning of the transitive verb. Hence, we must use an object in case of transitive verb. Without this object, its meaning is not completed. In the same way, we have under examples, time changes everything. In here, time is the subject, changes the transitive verb, everything object. Tulika wrote the answer. Tulika is the subject, wrote is the main verb, transitive verb, and the answer is the object. The hunter killed a tiger. Killed is here the transitive verb, a tiger object, and the hunter subject. My friend helped me. My friend subject, helped here transitive verb, and me object. The truck carries loads. The truck is the subject, carries, this is the transitive verb, and loads is object. The traffic police blew his whistle. The traffic police is the subject, blew, transitive verb, his whistle is the object. So in all the sentences, we see that the verbs, they have their particular objects, and without these objects, their meaning is not complete. So these are transitive verbs, and we knew that these transitive verbs always bear an object or objects, and without the object, its meaning is not complete. So I hope you have a clear understanding about this topic. You have understood the definition, and you have learned how to use these transitive verbs in our own sentences, and we have learned how to use this verb, transitive verb. Okay, and now let us have some exercises to test ourselves. Here there's a question. Say whether the verbs used in the following sentences are transitive verb, TV, or intransitive verb, or ITV. Here only a few questions are given. You test yourself. Please try to do and solve this yourself so that you will be able to test your own understanding. Okay, let's go to the next phase. Let's know about what is intransitive verbs. What's the definition? This is just opposite to the transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are those verbs which don't require any object to complete its meaning. These are the verbs that do not transit or transfer their meanings to the word or words that follow them or the object of a sentence. It's a verb that can convey a complete meaning even without the use of an object. In fact, in such sentences, there is no need of an object at all. In other words, its meaning doesn't get transferred on its object, and so is called intransitive verbs. So what is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb হৈছে সেইবোৰ ভাব যিবোৰ ভাবৰ কোনো অবজেক্ট নোহোৱাকৈ মিনিং কমপ্লিট হ'ব পাৰে। আসলতে এনেবোৰ ভাবৰ অবজেক্ট নাথাকেই, অবজেক্টৰ কোনো প্ৰয়োজনেই নহয়। অবজেক্ট নোহোৱাকৈ ইয়াৰ মিনিং, ইয়াৰ সেন্টেন্স কমপ্লিট হৈ যায়, গতিকে ইয়াত কোনো অবজেক্টৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তাৰ কথাই নাই। In the following examples, we see the first one. The ship sank. The ship is the subject, sank is the verb, and we find here no object. But without any object, the verb sank is complete. The ship sank. In a sense, we can say জাহাজখন ডুবিলে বুলি কোৱাৰ পাছত আৰু বেলেগ কোনো কথা জানিবলৈ বাকি নাথাকে ইয়াত অবজেক্টৰ কোনো প্ৰয়োজনেই নাই In the second stanza the baby slept the baby is the subject slept is the verb intransitive verb because it doesn't require any object to complete its meaning In the third instance she swept piteously she is the subject swept is the transitive verb piteously this is not an object this is an adverb so we should not misunderstand this to be an object it cannot be an object because to be an object the word must be a noun or a pronoun but here this one is the adverb so it cannot become an object next one he arrived late is the subject arrives the main verb or transitive verb late it is the same case adverb denoting time next one they laughed loudly in here also loudly is the adverbial next the birds are flying in the sky are flying this is the verb intransitive in the sky this is not an object it is an object to the preposition in not of the verb flying so we can complete the meaning by saying the birds are flying so here also the meaning will be completed in the next one the girl blushed suddenly blush is the intransitive verb suddenly adverbial the sun rises in the east rises is the intransitive verb in the east it shows place adverbial of place the boy is a subject can swim verb intransitive in the river it shows adverbial of place in the next sentence the stars twinkle in the sky in the same way the stars subject twinkle verb intransitive in the sky it shows that is an adverbial of place so we knew that in case of intransitive verbs we don't require any object কোনো অবজেক্টৰ প্ৰয়োজন নোহোৱাকৈ intransitive verbৰ meaning complete হ'ব পাৰে আৰু সেন্টেন্সৰ meaning complete হ'ব পাৰে এই ধৰণে আমি intransitive verb সেন্টেন্সত ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব পাৰো কোনো অবজেক্টৰ প্ৰয়োজন ইয়াত নহয় অবজেক্টৰ ইয়াত ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিলে হয়তো মিনিংৰ ব্যতিক্ৰমহে ঘটিব পাৰে মিনিংৰ ভুলহে হ'ব পাৰে ইয়াত যি ধৰণে দিয়া আছে piteously late loudly in the sky এইবোৰ আসলতে অবজেক্ট নহয় এইবিলাক হৈছে adverbial of time or adverbial of place adverbial of degree or scale এইবিলাক বুজাব পাৰে but they are not objects so let's go to test ourselves here are a few questions for testing your own understanding identify the verbs in the following sentences as transitive or intransitive verbs transitive na intransitive ami identify koribo lage somebody has stolen my book has stolen main verb transitive na intransitive etu kobo lage ইয়াত যেটো আছে my book এটো অবজেক্ট হয় না নহয় যদি অবজেক্ট হয় তেনে হলে verb to transitive আৰু যদি হে অবজেক্ট নহয় তেনে হলে intransitive অবজেক্ট হবলে হলে it must be either a noun or a pronoun it cannot be an adverbial or adverb etc in the second sentence the thief ran away quickly ran is the verb we have to find out whether it is transitive or intransitive in the next one we should not waste our time waste is a verb and we have to find out whether there is an object or not next one the tree has fallen down in the storm fallen or has fallen is a verb and we have to find out whether there is an object or not next one grandma told us a nice story told this is the verb and we have to find out whether there is an object or not if there is an object the verb is transitive if there is no any other object then the verb is obviously intransitive. So friends, I hope you have a clear idea about transitive and intransitive verbs. And next we will come back again with another important topic. Till then, you please wait and please subscribe the channel, like it and share it among your friends and relatives. And I hope you have already subscribed or liked, and if you don't have already subscribed, please subscribe the channel and share it among your friends and relatives. Thank you for watching. Thank you.